The fastest winds in the solar system don't occur on Jupiter, don't occur on Saturn. They occur on the most distant planet, the one so far from the sun that it receives almost no energy to drive them. Neptune, 4.5 billion kilometers from Earth. Winds reaching 2,100 kilometers per hour, faster than the speed of sound. On a planet that receives 900 times less sunlight than we do. Nobody understands why. And right now, I'm putting Earth there. What happens next defies everything you think you know. Before we continue, your question for today: if Earth replaced Neptune, could Earth generate more heat than it receives from the sun? Drop your answer in the comments. Watch the full video to discover the correct answer. New here? Subscribe now. This is where we break the solar system with real science. Neptune sits 4.5 billion kilometers from the sun, 30 times further than Earth's current position. Light from the sun, traveling at 300,000 kilometers per second, takes 4 hours to reach Neptune. 4 hours. When you look at Neptune through a telescope tonight, you're seeing it as it was 4 hours ago. At that distance, Earth receives 0.001% of its current solar energy. Not 1%, not 0.1%, 0.001%. The sun from Neptune's orbit is indistinguishable from a bright star without a telescope. No warmth, no light, no day as we understand it. Surface temperatures plunge to minus 220 degrees Celsius, the coldest temperatures any Earth material has ever been subjected to. The atmosphere doesn't just freeze, it shatters. Nitrogen, oxygen, carbon dioxide, all solid, all lying on the ground like a layer of exotic snow. Earth at Neptune's orbit isn't a frozen planet. It's a frozen museum. Every mountain, every city, every forest, preserved in temperatures so extreme that molecular motion itself nearly stops. Now, Hannah, the mystery that has puzzled scientists for decades. Neptune receives almost no energy from the sun. By every model of atmospheric dynamics, it should be the calmest planet in the solar system. Cold, still, quiet. Instead, it has the fastest winds anywhere, 2,100 kilometers per hour. Sustained, global, violent. The Great Dark Spot, a storm system the size of Earth itself, observed by Voyager 2 in 1989. Gone when Hubble looked again in 1994. A storm the size of our entire planet, formed and dissipated in years. The leading scientific explanation is that Neptune generates its own internal heat. More heat emerges from Neptune's interior than it receives from the sun. The planet is still cooling from its formation 4.5 billion years ago, still releasing primordial energy from its own gravitational compression. The winds aren't driven by the sun, they're driven by the planet itself. And Earth at Neptune's orbit, with its own geothermal heat, would develop the same phenomenon. The sun provides nothing, but Earth's core, still hot from its own formation, would drive atmospheric circulation through that frozen crystallized air. Winds on a frozen world with no sun, driven by heat from within. Neptune takes 165 Earth years to complete one orbit around the sun. One Neptunian year equals a human lifetime and a half. Neptune was discovered in 1846. It only completed its first full orbit since human discovery in 2011. We watched it for 165 years just to see it come full circle once. Earth at Neptune's orbit would experience the same orbital period, a year lasting 165 of our current years. Seasons, if they existed, would last decades. The concept of a calendar becomes almost philosophical. Your great-great-great-grandchildren would celebrate the same new year you were born into. Time at the edge of the solar system moves differently. Not physically. Relativity plays no role here. But psychologically, existentially, a year that outlasts every human life is not a year in any meaningful sense. It's an epoch. Neptune has 16 known moons, but one of them is unlike anything else in the solar system. Triton, the only large moon in the solar system that orbits its planet backwards. Every other major moon orbits in the same direction as its planet's rotation. Triton orbits in the opposite direction. This tells scientists one extraordinary thing. Triton wasn't formed with Neptune. It was captured. A Kuiper Belt object, wandering through the outer solar system, pulled in by Neptune's gravity. Captured, trapped, forced into a backwards orbit. And because it orbits backwards, tidal forces are gradually slowing it down. In approximately 3.6 billion years, Triton will spiral inward past Neptune's Roche limit and be torn apart, shredded into a ring system that will make Saturn's rings look modest. In a scenario where Earth sits frozen at Neptune's orbit, Triton becomes the most dramatic object in the sky, a moon visibly moving backwards against the stars, counting down over billions of years to its own destruction. Neptune isn't just the last planet, it's the edge of the familiar solar system. Beyond Neptune lies the Kuiper Belt, a vast region of ice and rock stretching billions of kilometers further. Beyond that, the Oort cloud, a theoretical shell of comets surrounding the solar system at distances almost incomprehensible. At Neptune's position, Earth would sit at the very boundary of the sun's meaningful influence. The solar wind, the constant stream of charged particles flowing outward from the sun, barely reaches Neptune. At that distance, interstellar space begins. The boundary between our solar system and the galaxy beyond it is just a little further out. Earth at Neptune's orbit wouldn't just be the most distant Earth scenario in this series, it would be Earth, at the edge, looking inward at a tiny star that used to be the center of everything, and looking outward at the galaxy, at billions of other stars, each with their own planets, their own distances, their own Earths. Perhaps when looking back, only one spacecraft has ever visited Neptune, Voyager 2, in 1989. A flyby lasting hours. After a 12-year journey from Earth, it took photographs, collected data, and kept going. Voyager 2 is still traveling. Right now, it's in interstellar space, beyond the heliosphere, the first human-made object to leave the solar system entirely. And the data it sent back from Neptune, those few hours of observations in 1989, are still the best close-up images we have, 35 years later. We have sent spacecraft to land on Mars, to orbit Jupiter and Saturn for years, to crash deliberately into comets, but Neptune, the fastest winds in the solar system, the backwards moon counting down to destruction, the planet that generates its own heat for reasons we don't fully understand. Neptune has had 4 hours. The most mysterious planet in the solar system is also the least visited, the furthest, the coldest, the darkest, and somehow, the most alive. The universe saves its strangest secrets for the places hardest to reach.